everyone for coming out today to participate in the panel and conversation. Thank you so much to our panelists. This has been tremendous. So, how can we begin to take action? Part of our mission is to provide consistent community engagement and to empower all of you, our community, to begin to take action steps, to be a part of the solution. One thing that I've learned along the way is that it takes a collaborative approach. And I'm happy to say that our friends from the New Hampshire Human Trafficking Collaborative Task Force are here as well, trying to address the issue of human trafficking in New Hampshire. And it brings together business stakeholders, education stakeholders, law enforcement stakeholders, social service stakeholders. Because as you've heard in many of our conversations so far today, collaboration is really important within a local community to change the structures and systems where our products are being grown and produced. So, is anybody, after today, surprised at the scope of forced labor in our supply chains? Many people are a little surprised at the scope. Not as many people as I thought. So, if you were not surprised, I'm curious if you would consider yourself a conscious consumer. How many people would consider themselves a conscious consumer? All right, a few. So here we have it. We're not surprised that there's an issue in the world on forced labor. The truth is, a new major report came out in September 2018 that says 148 goods and products that most of us use on a regular basis are known to be produced around the world in at least 76 countries with some form of forced labor. So we have a major issue, a major crisis that we as consumers have a role to play in changing. So a couple of things that we can do. First, today, did anybody learn anything? All right, good. So I want to encourage you. One, it's very easy to hear and to experience something, and then immediately get caught up. People were going off to classes, we're going off to study, we're going off to athletics and club events. It's very easy to just hear something, experience it, have a moment where you think I should do something about that, and then immediately walk out and get caught up in the rest of life. And so I want to encourage you to take just a moment to write down that thought, or to rethink about it in your head and say, what is that one key idea that I learned today? 10 seconds. Because the very first thing that you can do is learn and leak. Learn something and then share it with a friend. Share it with a neighbor, share it with a roommate, share it with a family member. Or share it on Instagram and have the opportunity to get the pay by the change book. Remember the hashtag is UNHCSIE. So get those Instagram photos going. All right, so step one, action step that you can take is learn and leak. Second is to become a conscious consumer. So we have a massive problem. Becoming a conscious consumer is something we all can participate in because we all spend money, right? Right? We all spend money. Okay, so some steps to being a conscious consumer. A very easy action step is to shop certified products. So you can shop from companies that are B Corporation. You can shop products that have a fair trade or a Rainforest Alliance or an Equal Exchange logo right on the product. That's a very easy action step. We learned today that supply chains are very complex. It's not that easy. You can't find every product that's certified. You also have these incredible companies here that are working hard to bring you products every day through Hannaford, through Timberland, that are very thoughtfully and consciously made. And so another step is to shop informed. So shop certified, shop informed. And as Ann said, go to the brand's website. Do a little research, do a little digging. And as Rob said, being transparent and being willing to share with the consumer, with all of us, what the successes and the failures, gives you a sense of how active the brand is in being conscious themselves and bringing you products that you can feel good about. And Lastly, as Rob said a little earlier, people won't pay for what an item actually costs. We know that. We know that people are willing to pay maybe 10% more for a product that they can feel good about if it's comparable. But man, there's a big role that we have to play as consumers. I was at an event here that CSIE hosted a couple of years ago, and Vincent Stanley from Patagonia said the brands haven't paid a living wage to the workers in the garment industry for 200 years. So we don't actually know how much a product should cost. And that's a challenging reality for us. And so somewhere along the way over the course of our lifetimes, we probably do have to change our buying habits a little bit. And so as a conscious consumer, shop certified, shop informed, be willing to pay a little bit more for those brands if they're asking you to. And lastly, another simple option is you can always shop thrift stores. Just another takeaway. And the final opportunity, learn and leak, be a conscious consumer, and lead an organization. As Kim Gray mentioned earlier, she was one person taking personal responsibility to invest and build buy-in from her company and the supply chain and the producers. And each of us as one individual, now in the social organizations that we're a part of, the religious organizations that we're a part of, or the political organizations that we're a part of, in future down the line, in the employment places, that we have the opportunity to take the lead and build a strong sense of honoring the integrity of workers around the globe who bring the products to our homes. Thank you so much for being a part of this today. And